Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of TerickTime. We are on episode 6 already, crazy as it is. So, I have been doing, well, a lot of detail work, so building the pier and a lot of terraforming and tree building the last couple episodes, and I need a break from it. So, I spent some time thinking about what kind of technical build or farm I would still be able to kind of get into my world that I need or want. So I came up with a couple ideas, and then I realized that with the amount of terraforming I still need to do with trees and bushes and everything else, I am going to be needing a lot of oak logs. Like a lot. And way more than I want to farm by hand. So I spent some time in a test world, and oh, that's my face. Came up with a farm. So I'm very proud of myself that I did not actually copy anybody for this design. I built it based on principles of just kind of what I've seen in previous videos. So I'm the creator, in quotes, of this farm. I know it's going to look a lot like other people's farms because, well, they all kind of look the same, but this one is, proudly I can say, mine. So I have got a little space all kind of laid out here, ready to go. I am going to be building it here where I was planning on making one of the little towers. But this building I am going to actually be digging down probably about 10 blocks into the ground just to kind of keep this building lower down so we don't ruin any sight lines from that building or that building, and just, making sure that the sight lines are protected here. So I am going to quickly set up a beacon, get a big old hole dug here, and then we will continue on building the farm. I will see how much I can bring you along for this experience and kind of show you what I'm doing, but we'll see how well this is going to go. Back in a second. Alrighty, we got ourselves our little hole all dug out here. It's all ugly, but we'll worry about that later. We're going to build the farm, and then we're going to try and pretty up around it, because we've kind of learned from our mistakes before. So we're going to build the farm, but I have a problem. This little guy decided to come down with me, and now I have to get him out, because, well, we can't leave him down here. He might, step in wiring or something. I need some blocks. Hang on. We got to save this guy. So, oh, buddy. Let's just quickly make some stairs. Well, really, stairs might be handy for me too, but then I have more cows coming down. So, let's just get this guy out of here, because, come on. I know. You're in the hole. It's all scary down here. So we're going to get you up here. Come on. Please? Hello? But, oh no. You, go. Moving. Please. Please? What if I do this? There we go. Okay. Yay, he's free. We're going to bring him all the way over here, because otherwise he's going to, well, probably go back in the hole, and I don't want that. So, okay. Now, I am going to get myself situated and try and figure out again where my starting point is going to be for this farm, and get myself all set up with some stuff, and yeah, we'll start building from there and see where we go. So, give me 1 second to get my stuff all sorted out, and yeah. Okay, so I got a little bit started here, just some of the more boring stuff. Got the dropper elevator set up at the back here, and I have the walls of leaf crushing pistons set up. I've got all the hoppers put in on the bottom here to do the collection. So now what I'm going to work on is getting all of these pistons to, well, fire at the same time, because, well, it helps. Oh, and I cannot count, so I made these 6 high. They only need to be 5 high. Oops, but that's okay. I'm just gonna. Okay, now I'm gonna start wiring up the pistons. except I really can't count, and I actually needed these pistons here, because, well, that's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not the 6 I thought it was. Oh, this isn't going well to begin with. Moment of truth. Yes. 3 times in a row. We're happy with that. Ow. I really need to stop flying out of the hole and face planting into the beacon. Ouch, that hurt. Okay, almost done getting the TNT duper built. I just got to put on the coral, the TNT, and the detector rail, the minecart. Okay, so I'm like halfway done. But we have the system set up top here. I'm actually going to disconnect this for a second. Oh no. I totally didn't want to do that, but I did, so now I have to build it again. Where'd that piece of stuff go? Yeah, we blew it up. Why am I like this? Look at my inventory right now. Like, what is this? Like, I feel like I need a bunch of this because I just blew up the duper, but like, sticks? Oh, because the duper blew up the leaves. Because I'm silly. Okay, hang on. We're just gonna move past this one. Okay, test number 3. Turn it on. Primed. So it's now ready to go. TNT? Where's the TNT? Why isn't the TNT? That's really fast too. But why? Oh, right. This would help. Doink. Except, if I do that now, it's gonna blow up again. So, I'm really glad I caught that. Let's do it again, properly. There. 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 Yes? I think. But this was really fast. Like, for realsies fast. So we're just going to add another hopper onto there. Okay, number 4. Test number 4. Please don't blow up. It's primed. It landed. It did it. Boom. Okay. Once. And it blew up. Why did it blow up? I'm very confused. Why did it blow up? Oh. Okay, so after blowing it up for the 3rd, 4th, I don't know, too many times, way too many times, I realized that I didn't put I went into my test world, I looked at what I did there versus what I did here. I didn't put leaves along here, so that last time the TNT duped, and it probably got stuck right here, and then just blew everything up. So, I'm going to rebuild it again, and we'll see how it goes this time. And we totally almost did it again. We're just gonna, that's gonna end up there. So I ran out of leaves. Hang on. Ran out of leaves because, well, we blew this up a couple more times than we anticipated. Oh, Lord. Okay. That's gonna go back there. That's gonna be there. We're gonna put that there. I think this is now good because this is gonna end up back here with the TNT, which is going to close this side off, protecting that. I think. Famous last words? I think? I don't know. 6th time the charm. 6th time the charm. Primed. Ready. TNT. Boom. Now. Gonna back up a little bit. Okay, we got 2 successfuls. Successful. Successful. And ow. Okay, well, other than the fact that it hurts. Alright, everybody. We have collection system installed. We have a tunnel going. water channel going that way, up there to a couple of chests there. Reason they're all the way over there is it feels the least clunky if I kind of make like a little warehouse building over this with like a little side jut out there, so I can have my entrance coming off the path kind of over on this side into the storage room, and then I can kind of make a little drop down staircase pathway coming over to here. We have a ladder going down here for bone meal purposes. Both of these chests and all of these droppers are now full. I have a stack of saplings to start off with. I'm going to use this stack of saplings and see how far we can get. I think I'm going to do this as a time lapse. Our first time lapse. I feel like I've been doing very well, trying to go a little lighter on them. But yeah, let's see how much we can get with a stack of saplings in the way of oak logs. Okay, having done a little time lapsing there, everything looked pretty good except for that problem there. So we need to extend our collection basin over by 1, which might be problematic because I think this is 8 wide already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 8 wide. So we'll have to figure something out there. And I noticed that we had a slight collection of stuff up there because I forgot to fill that section in. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of glass and scaffolding to get up there. But oh, look at that. Well, look at this. So we started out with 1 stack of saplings. We've almost tripled the amount of saplings we have. That is phenomenal. Oh, and sticks. Sticks are always good. Sticks are good. Alright, so if we go... Yeah, it's in this one here. There. Better. That time lapse was half an hour. So how much did we get? So just over half a chest in half of an hour. That's crazy. That's crazy good. Oh yeah, and one more problem. I don't know if you noticed it or not, but this top corner, see those leaves? They're not supposed to be there. But they're there because our signal is too weak. So we're just going to throw a repeater in there. That did it. Okay. That's all we needed. That is literally all we needed. So we'll just throw that in there. So I've spent a bunch of time AFK here at the farm, just collecting the logs, thinking about what kind of building I wanted to do here. And I came up with this idea of kind of the almost modern styled warehouse. Very square edged, fairly simple design, nothing too crazy going on. So I think we're going to go with that idea for now. Hopefully it kind of works out. It's a little bit of a different color palette than we've got going on in this area, but I think that's going to be a good thing just to bring some contrast. It isn't going to be a focal building because it's going to be fairly low down, not overly lit up, but I like the idea of that, and then we can kind of camouflage it in a little bit more with some trees as well. So I really like where this idea has gone in my head, so hopefully I can make that happen now in my world. So let's roll over into a time lapse and get going with this build. have a warehouse building now. So I've done a little bit of cleanup preemptively here. Took out the beacon. We don't really need it anymore. Very happy with how this build has come together. The little bit of detailing. One thing that I kind of discovered along the way was the directional use of the bone blocks there. So using the bone block horizontally on the main part of the building kind of helps it feel a little bit shorter, and then on the actual other side where that bit goes up a little bit further, I rotated the bone block and it's all going vertical. It just kind of gives it that little bit of extra feel for height over there, just with the directional lines there. So I have also spent a little bit of time working on the inside. It's not quite done yet, but a run of ideas. So I think we're going to swap back into another time lapse and work on putting some trees and bushes and getting that cliff behind me taken care of. So let's swap over into that and get rolling on that one. Alright, everybody, so we have cleaned up this little cliff face over here, we cleaned that little bit over there, and then we just kind of kept going. So we've cleaned this up here, we cleaned up this area over here, and then we actually went all the way around and just kind of did a bunch of tidying up here. So trying to make this look a little bit more jagged. So instead of being a dirt mountain, it's a stone mountain with little bits of grass growing on top of it, and we did the whole upper portion here. So kind of got a little carried away, but you know what, I'm happy we did it. So now we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna start working on some trees and some bushes. Alright, everybody, so hope everybody enjoyed that time lapse. I might have done a little bit more. So after that time lapse was finished, I still was fairly inspired to build, but not necessarily to record. So this clip is actually 3 days later from that previous time lapse that you just watched. And I have been working in this same area for that entire time. So let's go on a little tour and take a look at what I've done here. We have lots of little trees. We've got vines coming up the warehouse building. So this tree you saw in the time lapse, but I've done things like going back in and adding the rocks and the berry bushes and the coarse dirt, just kind of break up the green a little bit. So having little patches of the berry bushes on the cliff sides and little patches of flowers here and there. you saw this tree being built, but you didn't see all of the trees I built over here now. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 more trees over here, more of the coarse dirt and berries coming in, some more of the flowers being brought in along here just to bring a little bit of color. Went up onto that cliffside, did the same thing with the berries, just kind of a theme I'm kind of going with, where, you know, the berries are a little bit more of a hardy plant that would grow in that little bit of a harsher environment. The flowers are all down here on the little easier area for them to grow, a little bit more rocks in the back there. So spent a lot of time just trying to do some of those finer details and really figure that out. So we also did a little bit of work in here, just a little bit of modest decoration with a little potted plant with growing a vine up at the top there. So we've got all our storage here, a little bit of that, bringing that kind of inside with the flowers in the pots. We put a bunch of floors in here just to kind of make the space a little bit better. It's an unfinished basement though, so we're just gonna go back upstairs and we'll maybe deal with that one day. And then I did this. I wanted something for this wall. I can't. Well, actually, I probably could put something on this wall too, but I really just wanted to try something in pixel art, and I'm kind of happy with how that little guy turned out. So that's always something a little different that I haven't done before. And then we did a little bit over here as well. So we actually have the Armour Stand Mod off Vanilla Tweaks, where you can have little armor stands doing stuff. So I've got a little raft here with a couple of people doing some fishing, a couple of willow trees onto the sides here, and yeah, I feel like this build has really kind of come together with this little area for some reason. So just kind of integrating, you know, here to here to oops, but bringing the vines up onto this building here, and then I'm kind of toying with the idea of using some of the nether sprouts and maybe some of the nether trees and leaves kind of either on the side or on the back. I'm not really sure how yet, but I want to try and integrate a little bit of that into there as well. So yeah, overall I am loving this little area of the island right now. Like I spend way too much time just walking up and down this little pathway, enjoying the little green space that I've made. So but we do have to continue working on it, of course. So but this is going to be kind of my spot for inspiration, I guess, for when I'm doing terraforming of, you know, what can I do, how can I bring it forward. So but the next area that we need to tackle is over in this area. So again, more cliffs and more trees, and we need to build a tower there. So I'm thinking the tower I'll share with you guys, and then I think the more of the terraforming, I think I might do that kind of off camera, just kind of working away when I have time, because it's not the most entertaining of things to watch or to time lapse. So I'll probably just kind of work on that in between and bring you guys back in for some tours on what we've kind of done in the meantime. So but I'd be very interested in thinking, you know, I've got a couple of ideas for this building over here, but I'd be interested in knowing what you guys would like to see. You know, do you want me to go back to some of these larger builds that we haven't really spent any time on, or should we continue working on the island with the mini towers, the terraforming? We've also got the boat over there that needs to be finished. So we've got a couple of projects currently on the go. Is there any preferences that you folks have or would like to see a little bit more of? If so, let me know down in the comments. But I think that's going to be wrapping this episode actually up for today. Thank you everybody for coming along on my little journey here. I know I said in the beginning I wasn't going to be doing the finer details, but having built that farm kind of re-inspired me to continue working on the terraforming. So really happy with how this area has kind of all come together. I hope you have as well, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks everybody.